the nature of the past exploration of how historical records, often incomplete, preserve remnants of the past. Introduction of America. The term America first appeared on a map in 1507, and Columbus's writings on his encounter with indigenous peoples are complex due to lost parts of his diary. Historical record history consists of preserved remnants amidst decay, with narratives often lost or obscured. Observations on the Taíno people. Columbus mischaracterized the Taíno, overlooking their rich culture. Ramon Panay's oral account highlights their storytelling traditions. Origins and storytelling. Many cultural origin stories start in darkness, paralleling geological records that document human evolution and migration. Pre-Columbian societies. By 1492, advanced civilizations, e.g. Aztecs, Incas, thrived in the Americas, with a population far larger than that of contemporary Europe. European colonial ambitions. Columbus's voyages marked the start of European colonization, leading to exploitation and the establishment of capitalism and the slave trade. Misunderstandings and justifications. Columbus's perceptions of civilization justified the Spanish conquest. Documents like the Requerimiento highlighted the blend of missionary zeal and violence. Cultural exchange and conquest. Cultural encounters were complex, involving violence, but also leading to new mixed heritages and raising questions about morality. The role of England's colonization efforts were initially delayed, viewing itself as a just alternative to Spain, with Roanoke illustrating early challenges. Concluding reflections on America. The mythos of America is shaped by historical narratives of both violence and utopian visions, the nature of the past. Introduction of America. The term America first appeared in a map from 1507, referencing an unspecified landmass. Christopher Columbus's accounts of his first encounter with the indigenous peoples of Hispaniola are complex, with significant portions of his diary lost through time. Historical record. History consists of remnants of the past preserved amidst decay and destruction, be it through letters, artifacts, or oral stories. The historical record is incomplete and uneven, with many narratives lost or obscured. Observations on the Taíno people. Columbus described the Taíno as lacking various elements of culture and civilization, which was more reflective of his own misunderstandings than reality. They had their own religion, language, and governance, even without written records. Ramon Panay's account of the Taíno's beliefs, created through oral tradition without written language, highlights their rich storytelling and culture. Origins and storytelling. Stories of origins across different cultures often begin in darkness, illustrating the human quest for understanding. Geological and fossil records provide insight into the evolution of life on Earth, including human migration and the establishment of civilizations in the Americas. Pre-Columbian societies. By 1492, various advanced civilizations existed in the Americas, including the Aztecs, Incas, and the peoples of Cahokia. The population of the Americas was immense compared to Europe, which was then undergoing social changes amid religious conflicts, European colonial ambitions. Columbus's voyages initiated an era of European colonization marked by exploitation, slavery, and the subjugation of indigenous populations. The wealth extracted from the Americas reshaped economies, leading to the rise of capitalism and the transatlantic slave trade. Misunderstandings and justifications. Columbus's view of the peoples he encountered as lacking civilization allowed the Spanish crown to justify conquest. And colonization. The requerimiento, a document invoked by conquistadors, exemplified the blend of missionary zeal and the justification of violence against indigenous peoples. Cultural exchange and conquest. The encounters resulted in a complex intermingling of cultures, often resulting in violence, but also giving rise to new populations through intermarriage and mixed heritage. Stories of the Spanish conquest are fraught with brutality, but they also raised philosophical questions about morality and humanity. The role of England. The English approach to colonization was delayed and influenced by their perception of themselves as a more just alternative to Spanish tyranny. The founding of colonies like Roanoke illustrates the harsh realities of early English attempts at establishing a foothold in America. Concluding reflections on America. The mythos of America has been shaped by its historical narratives, stories born from both violence and visions of utopia. The notion of America as a new world is intricately linked with the past, illustrating the dual nature of discovery and conquest. Critical thinking. Key point: understanding the complexities of historical narratives is crucial for an accurate portrayal of indigenous cultures. Critical interpretation. Jill Lepore emphasizes the critical need to acknowledge the established civilizations present in the Americas prior to European contact. However, her perspective may understate alternative interpretations of historical sources, as the historical records are incomplete and often reflect the biases of their authors. For readers, it is important to recognize that contemporary narratives surrounding pre-colonial societies can be influenced by modern beliefs and values which may not fully encompass the diverse experiences of indigenous peoples. Understanding various scholarly debates, such as those presented in works like An Indigenous People's History of the United States by Roxanne Dunbar Ortiz, highlights that the portrayal of indigenous cultures must be approached with nuance and caution.